Hey guys, today I have 10 tips for you to improve your longsword gameplay, and we're jumping straight in with the first one, which is use your kunai at the opening of a quest. This will allow you to get a much cleaner opening on some of these guys, like for example Tigrex right here. You should be able to land a Helmbreaker on him before he gets a chance to do anything. Now let's see what happens if I approach him without using the kunai. So as you can see, he made me miss my counter by stepping back, and also I wouldn't even have enough spirit gauge to get to yellow bar right away. So you can see why the kunai opening is just so much better compared to this one. Alright, so moving on to the next tip, which is probably the most important one on this list, and that is having the right mindset when playing longsword. First thing you have to realize is that longsword is heavily dependent on its counters to reach its full DPS potential. Whenever I'm going into one of these fights, my mindset is I don't need to attack the monster to attack and deal damage necessarily, but I want to attack in order to be ready for one of those counters pretty much all the time. Moving on to the next tip, and that is make use of the Dividing Slash. This move can only be accessed if you're using the Reckoning switch skill, and it is actually your third spirit attack, which means you have access to this after you perform a successful EI counter. I just love this move for multiple reasons. The first one being is you can easily close in the distance between you and your opponent, and for the second reason, sometimes you need to delay your special sheath in order to land another counter, and for that, this move is your best option. Next tip on my list is learn how to use the small barrel bomb trick. This trick is so useful in many different situations, and if you don't know how to do it, I made a guide a while back. I will link it in the description down below, so definitely go check that one out. There's also another variation of this, where you will use the Serene Pose to get a wake up hit on a sleeping monster. This one is pretty easy to do compared to the other one. Just place the bomb, unsheath your weapon, and then spam the Serene Pose. Just make sure you have the right distance to the monster. Next up on the list is make use of your hyper armor on the drawn double slash. In this example right here, we're dodging the 3-move combo from Longsword using the drawn double slash into Foresight Slash into Special Sheathe EI counter combination. But it can also be super useful if you just want to dodge an incoming attack and then soar into a Helmbreaker right afterwards. And also I love this one to dodge any incoming roars. It is much easier compared to trying to roll through them, so definitely give this a try. For the next tip, let's take a look at the first attack of your spirit combo. Usually this move will drain your spirit gauge, however if your gauge is completely empty, you will actually gain just a tiny bit from it, which will be enough to perform a Foresight Slash. The only other option you would have in this case is to make use of your drawn double slash, however it will take slightly longer compared to the other option, so this can be useful. Next tip, what is the fastest way to gain a spirit level if you have 0 gauge? Alright, so moving on to the next tip, you can actually go into any direction you want to using the Foresight Slash. You just want to point the left palm stick in the opposite direction you want to go to. With this you always want to try to move into the incoming attack rather than away from it. It makes it much easier to trigger the guard point on your Foresight Slash, and also you will end up in a better position to actually connect the spirit finisher. Let's just take a quick look at a few examples against Kosarak. Alright, so moving on to the next tip, and that is trying to get good with the Foresight Slash into Special Sheath combination. This move is so useful whenever you know the monster is bound to follow up an attack with another one right away. But it can also be super useful to reposition yourself, like in this example right here. So yeah guys, I can't stress enough how important it is to add that combination into your gameplay. It will help you against every single monster in this game and also improve your longsword gameplay drastically. So yeah guys, just try and get good with the muscle memory on this one. I know it seems tricky at first, but you will get it down in no time, I guarantee. And finally we have another Foresight Slash combination. This time we cancel the Foresight Slash right away to soar into a Helmbreaker. You can use this whenever you are on red gauge and you know the monster is bound to give you an opening after an attack. This has to be my favorite way to dodge any incoming roars and then punish with a Helmbreaker. Alright, so that was the last tip I got for you today. I hope you learned something, and as always, happy hunting bros, bye bye.